And I want to bring in now, it's time for our social media segment with Dr. Digipol, Alan Rosenblatt. Alan Rosenblatt, welcome to the program. What do you make of what you've been hearing over the last 45 minutes?
Very emotional on both sides. Well, actually, very emotional on the defense side. You've been very calm and steady. I don't know enough about the case to make an assessment. The question of whether or not they had other bullets to match to that gun and were they matched to the gun, that's a big thing. How he got the gun, I don't think anybody sort of spoke to how the gun came in his possession in the first place, but at least today. So I don't know.
We're going to We're going to talk more about this particular case. But Alan, I know you've got a pretty good guest that's been standing by and a really good topic for social media this week. And so we're going to, because we've pushed things back, we're going to let you go a little bit longer than our normal break. But anyway, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So today we're talking about open government strategies for getting the public involved in the budgeting process. There are some really interesting things happening around the world, from participatory budget experiments that the World Bank's been experimenting with, to a new campaign and a new effort up in Ontario, Canada. And we have with us today Scott Blodgett, who is from the media office of the Minister of Finance in Ontario, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this Budget Talks hashtag campaign and what he's doing online, offline, and all of that. Welcome, Scott.
Hey, Alan. How's things going?
So far, so good. I assume you heard the end of the last conversation we had on the show. So this is a little more dry stuff, I would think. But,
well, I know sometimes budget and money can be dry, but what we're doing here in Ontario is far from that. We are having a great time with our Budget Talks campaign. So tell me about it. People are able to engage your office and talk about what the budget should look like, what should be in it. Right. We see, because I think a lot of people sometimes feel very disengaged from their government budgets. And whether you're talking about a federal budget or, in our case, a provincial budget, you want to get people feeling involved. So really, we wanted to make this year's budget consultations more open and inclusive. Now, for the last few years, we've gone out on the road. We go to several communities and we talk to people about what is going on with the budget. We want to hear what they think. What would they like to see in the budget? I've been moderating those, so I've actually had the opportunity to be out with the minister, with some finance officials, and we listen to people. We want to hear what it is they're saying. Now, about 2 years ago, we took it a step further. We added telephone town halls to the budget consultation process, and since then, we've had more than 370,000 participants calling and getting involved with our town halls so they can ask questions to the minister, to their local MPP, about where their money's going. Now, we understand that people are busy. We understand that calling at specific times isn't always an option. But you know what's great about social media and the Internet? It lets everyone be a little more flexible.
So, Scott, what is the population of Ontario?
Population's about 12 to 13 million.
So 300,000 still, from just the telephone is a pretty big chunk of that. How many more people are participating now that you've gone onto Twitter and other social media channels?
We've had, I believe at the last count, I was talking to one of our minister staff, Minister Charles Sousa, yesterday, and I think she figures that we've had over 100,000 people in this session for 2013 when we take our telephone town halls and when we take our in-person consultations. In fact, last night I arrived home very late. I'm speaking to you from my home in Toronto, and I arrived home very late after we had a swing through southwestern Ontario. So yesterday we wrapped up our in-person consultations with consultations in Windsor and London, Ontario. They were amazing. Great turnouts, great people showing up, and in every one of them we were telling people, yes, you can make your oral presentation to the minister. You can leave us some information. But we also want to hear from you on Budget Talks CA. And we were telling people, get out there, tell your friends, tell your family, get engaged. This is your government, and we want to hear what you think in terms of how your money's spent.